Right, okay, so just a quick video here to show what currently I have in my radio portable bag. It's not going to be the definitive contents. I will be stripping it down slightly for ease of walking. There's a bit too much weight in here at the moment. Once you put together the fact that I've usually got a flask, maybe 2 flasks of tea, your lunch, and any other things you might want to be carrying instead. So yeah, this is basically what I use at the moment, whilst I have, the support vehicle quite close. But yeah, let's have a little look. So the radio equipment that I've got, obviously I've got the bazooka antenna there, which folds down into quite a small bundle. It's not heavy, it's nice and easy to transport, and it goes up pretty quick. The majority of the weight in the bag at the moment, if I just climb down here, is the battery. This is the one I've got at the moment for portable use. It's 12 volt, 7 amp hour battery. Does a nice job, really good, but it's very heavy. Probably too heavy for some of the hills and stuff I intend to be going on. I'll be getting rid of that. It's too heavy. It's alright if you as I say, your vehicle's pretty close. You can stick it, on a table or something like that. It's fine, but for carrying a rucksack, it makes it very, very heavy. CB I use at the moment, 48 Midland Allen 48 XL multi. It's just a spare one I've got, which I use. Perfect, works fine, no problems at all with it. Again, heavy. On a long journey, it starts to get heavy. So I'll be replacing that and that with the little portable handy there, the little Midland Allen 42. It does away with both of those other items. I've got the little rubber duck aerial there at the moment. I won't be using that. I've got an adapter coming so that I can convert the antenna connection point there to the it'll give it an SO239 so that I can connect it up to the bazooka antenna and not have to worry about having that little silly aerial on there and getting no range whatsoever. Obviously SWR meter, that's a must, just to double check before you go on air that everything's okay and you're not going to knacker anything up with that. And the patch lead, obviously the patch lead you need to connect it up. And then you've got the microphone for the big Midland, which again, that will be getting done away with. I won't be needing that either, so that's considerable weight saving there. Moving along there, I've got my 3 poles, or ground spikes I should say, pegs, whatever you want to call them, aluminium pegs with the paracord on there, and the little attachments, the little stainless attachments there that hook onto the collar that go around the pole, the extendable fiberglass mast. They only turned up today, so I've set that up in the garden. So I've got the paracord on there ready to go. Don't need to worry about setting that up. Attach it, roll them out, job done. Couple of extra poles, extra pegs there, just in case, you never know, you might want them, and the tent pegs, conventional tent pegs. Nothing special for securing the shelter. Yeah, should do the job nicely. That's the shelter. It's just a little one-man military issue poncho. Nothing special, nothing fantastic, but it will keep the rain and the wind out, and I can wear it should I need to, if it turns nasty on the way back to the Land Rover. The belt there, it's a quick release belt. I just use it mainly to keep the poncho together, but it does come in handy. I've used it before to replace a backpack strap should that give way for any reason. You can use it for that. You can use it in extreme cases. Not that you want to get into the situation where you need it for this, but you can use it as a tourniquet should you have to. And it's quick release, so it can be done with one hand. If you're using it as a tourniquet, you want to be careful. there are some rules you need to follow when using that, but research that yourself. As I say, it's an extreme case really, but it doubles up as a lot of different handy things, backpack straps, etc. This is a head over. Again, it's military issue. It's just a tube of material. It can be used as a scarf, as a balaclava. You can use it for again, a number of things. It's quite versatile. You can roll it up and use it as a pillow, for kneeling on, anything like that really. Spare hat. Nothing worse than walking to a location, getting soaked with rain, and then spending the whole day in a wet hat. So I always carry a spare woolly hat. Again, nothing special, just a woolly hat. Keep you nice and dry. Spare roll of paracord. You never know, lashing an antenna up. One of your guy wires breaks, or one of your poncho cords break. It's unlikely because they're also paracord, but yeah, always very handy. And then just some little items really. Pair of side cutters for trimming or releasing any cable ties you might have put on. Spare cable ties there, always carry those. Whatever I'm doing, there's always some somewhere. I've always got some lying around. So yeah, handy for that. Trimming the antenna. If you're taking a new antenna and you haven't SWR'd it yet, you need that to trim the antenna down. Pocket knife. Always carry a pocket knife. Always in situations where I need a pocket knife. So yeah, as I say, it's just a nice little simple pocket knife there. Locks in place. Nothing too severe. Yeah, really handy again for cutting material down, trimming paracord, anything really where you need a knife. That will cut through most materials. Little light. I've got a torch as well, which I carry in the Land Rover, which I take out and put in my bag, but a little magnetic, little hook on there also, so you can hang it up in your shelter should you want to. It's just a little battery operated, glare there, battery operated, as you can see it's really quite good. Battery operated, simple on off. That was a couple of quid. They're usually on offer in most stores or on the internet, a couple of quid. Go on forever. So yeah, ideal. Spare roll of electrical tape, again, nothing special, number of uses. Compass. I usually carry a compass just as a backup. You don't really want to be going somewhere and having to navigate with a compass, but should you ever need to, it's not heavy. Just a little silver compass, worth having, handy. I usually carry a map of where I go anyway, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, really you want to know where you're going and know how to get up and get back. Notebook for contacts, so the log, used as a log, couple of pens, couple of markers as well. Quite handy, should you ever need to take a note of where you're going and where you've been. You can always mark things. You could mark trees, for example, should you be going on a route you're not quite sure of, you want to find your way back. Not really ideal, you don't want to be going somewhere you don't know, but I always carry markers just as a bit of an added extra really. Always done it since I've been a kid. I've always had a marker in my pocket, so carrying a couple of markers. First aid kit, that always lives in the Land Rover, comes out, goes in my backpack, actually clips on. It's got quick cut scissors, which will cut denim, anything really. Cold packs in there, which you break and rub together and they go cold, so if you do fall or you do sprain something, you can give it some instant relief. If you bang yourself, you can take the swelling down. Bandages and various other dressings and stuff in there. Always worth having a first aid kit. You never ever know what's going to happen. And then my antenna mast, which I carry separately, my extendable mast, and my two basher poles there. You can use them as walking poles, or for what they're intended for putting up the shelter. So that's basically it. Oh, and of course the blanket that it's on, I always carry that. Again, you can wrap yourself up in it should you get cold. It's what I use as the base, from what I will be using as the base to sit on for my shelter. I have got a waterproof sheet that goes down first, but it's just nice to sit on something like that. It's a bit warmer. So yeah, that's what I've got at the moment. As I say, I will be changing it, adding things and taking things away. So yeah, that's what I've got for the moment. Right, so there's all the kit packed away now in the rucksack. it all folds down and all goes in there nicely. As you can see, it's all in there. It's all poncho sticking out the side there. Blankets in there and everything else is in there. Couple of flasks of tea, as I mentioned, they go in there. And then obviously whatever other rations you want to take for the day. I generally put them in a separate little pouch and it just clips on the back there. The poles slot in, and I can walk along with them if I don't want to carry them in my hand. That little white collar on the top there, you can see, is the that's where I hook in the stainless clips that I showed on the pegs, and they just keep the antenna steady. And so I set that up in the back garden to get the lengths correct on the paracord, and yeah, hook them on, roll it out, and up it goes. But it's just too heavy at the moment. I mean, that battery is, as I say, that battery is really heavy for long distance. You know, for any kind of distance, any decent distance, it's too heavy. But yeah, I'll be lose the base unit for the CB, and just use that little handy on the front there. That'd be perfect. Push comes to shove, I might have to just go with a 1 flask option, which would be a shame. But for, you know, mountain climbing or hilltop activation, stuff like that, lightweight is key. I went for a couple mile walk with this the other day, and oh, it was heavy. My, you know, shoulders were aching, so I don't fancy doing any long distance with that. But yeah, I'll do another video once I'm out and about a bit more, and we'll see how it all goes. But all the kit's there now, really. I don't really need anything else. I think it's all there. It'll just be myself, so as little as possible to carry is going to be ideal. Okay, we'll catch you on the next vid.